Hi everyone, Marianne Cowan here from Pinery Paper Crafts. It is Saturday, December the 28th, and I was just in my craft room, so I thought I would pop on and show you what I'm working on today. I'm having fun creating with the new products from the new upcoming mini catalog from Stampin' Up. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Ottawa, Canada, and I like to come live. Usually I come live on Fridays, but I've been coming live almost every day because I've been playing with new stuff and just wanted to share it with you. Customers will be able to purchase products beginning January 7th, but if you are a demonstrator, then you are able to pre-order products so that we're all ready with lots of things to show you on January 7th. So hopefully some people will catch me live. If not, and you're catching me on the replay, I'd love to know where you're watching from. So let me know where you are tuning in from. I'm in Ottawa, Canada, and today it's drizzling out and we're supposed to get rain tomorrow, which will wash away all our beautiful snow. So I did go out for a snowshoe this morning before the trails are ruined with the upcoming weather. But when it's drizzly and gross outside, then you get to play in your craft room. All right, so the project I'm working on today was inspired by a fellow Canadian demo, Kim McGillis. She's actually one of the artisan design team members this year. She's amazing. If you want to follow her, I'll put a link to her Facebook page in after I'm finished videotaping this. But I was working on this little project. This is one of the new online exclusive products that will be coming actually in January. So in January, a lot of things are happening. The new mini catalog is coming, Sale-A-Bration is coming, and there will be new online exclusives, and there's new scrapbooking kits. So lots to keep you busy. Where I live, January, February, March are good times to be in your craft room because we can't be in our gardens. But I was working on this little project. These are adorable. They're little, I call them seed packets, but the one I'm going to show you is going to have chocolate in it. So I'll show you some of the products that I used to create this. So this is what I was working on, and I happened upon Kim's video, and I thought, this might be really cute for Valentine's Day. So let me show you the products that I was using. Oopsie. So this is the stamp set. And I have a whole bunch. I ended up using so many different things. These are the dies. Let me get this out of the way. So this die and a 6x6, it's a little less than a 6x6 piece of paper, die cuts out this little, I call it a seed packet, but it's like a little envelope. And with this, you can make up these little packages. So it comes with this. It also comes with a stamp and a coordinating die to cut out this, which I've used. And then it comes with mint, thyme, rosemary, and basil. Staples in your garden. If you grow herbs, you probably for sure grow these ones. And I like the sentiments. You're on my mind. Grown with love. From the garden of. Thanks so much for your love and care. It's just a really pretty set. And I could see using this for little wedding favors as well, or little baby shower favors, or so many things. So many things. So it also comes with these two sentiment dies. These cut out the images of the herbs. And then this cuts out something that where's my little one? This round one cuts out this, grown with love. And then these cut out the little discs on the back for threading your twine through. Just a really fun set to play with. So that's what I was playing with. Then I saw Kim's video and I thought, I wonder if I could make this into a little Valentine treat holder. So I designed a matching card and treat holder, and I'm going to show you how to put it together. In this one I added the little bee trinket. These are adorable tiny bee trinkets, and they will be available in the new mini catalog. Isn't it cute? So I stamped it onto this, and then I stamped it and die cut it with the dies to get the double layer effect. So that's what I used. That's what was my inspiration. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to turn this into a Valentine's Day one. So I'm just going to show you the other things that I used. And as I said, inspired by Kim. I love watching someone else create, and then you take some of their ideas or techniques and think, oh, how can I make that a little bit different? So one of the sets that she used, which I had ordered and also love, is this Elements of Text stamp set. It's got text, this looks like typewriter text, script, and then these splatters, which is a really, really pretty technique, and you'll see how I've used it on these. This one's quite large. So I used that. I also used Eyelet 3D embossing folder because I was trying to think of a paper in pale pink that I could use to create my little envelopes. So I pulled out Country Lace. This is in the annual catalog, and it has these beautiful two elements with petal pink. Did I say pool party? Petal pink. And then this one with smoky slate, which I'll show you in another video. Today I'm just going to do one card, one little pouch. And then on my next video I'm going to do a card and our little book that we have. So I used the 3D embossing folder. I also used this banner from Birthday Celebrations. This is a great set if you don't have this one already. And then I used the Sentiment Lots of Hugs and Kisses. This is a great set too. It has a coordinating punch, and that will be available. Great sentiments. Happy Valentine's Day. Life is better with you. Sending you a big hug. I'm sure a lot of people could use that. You and I make the best team. You make me smile. And I did use the heart for that. So that's a great set as well. And then this is one of my new favorites, mixed labels. And these dies are really, really pretty. So this one is cut out with this die. It's just very dainty. All right, so those are some of the things I used. So to do the background, I'm just doing a sample one. I already have the ones ready for me. I'm using Basic Beige. It's nice and light. And I'm using that big, huge stamp. So I don't want it really dark. So I'll show you the different, actually they both look kind of the same. Let's do it with I did Pebbled Path on the outside of this one. So we're just going to cover it. I'm not going to press super hard. And then you get this beautiful background. I just love it. And then you can take your Stampin' Write markers, not your blends, your Stampin' Write markers, and you can do some flicks. Or you can also, I'm using a darker color so that it shows up. This is Pebbled Path. You could also use one of the other stamped images, the splatter ones. So that's how you get the background. And I'll show you one I've done for the cards. I did use Basic Beige for both of the cards. All right, enough of that demo. So this is what the little pouch looks like after you die cut it. It's so simple. I was thinking that it needed to have two pieces, but nope, you just fold, it overlaps just enough, and then I use tear and tape. Use tear and tape along here. Let me just show you. I'm a visual person. I like to see. So just decide which way you're going to go. It doesn't matter at all. I'll do the next one first. It took me a little trial and error to figure out how I wanted to do the little dots, the little circles. And I'm going to put another little piece there. Whoopsie. Is anyone else in their craft room today? Let me know. Okay, so this one goes first. So you just peel it off. And peel this one off as well. That's the hardest part of using tear and tape, is getting the backing off. But once you do, it's so nice and sturdy. All right. Now, I was thinking, what are you going to put in here? It's pretty small. But I did find that a little Kit Kat would fit in. Or if you're doing it for wedding favors, you could use something fancier. So I got a little Ghirardelli, one of the little white chocolate caramel squares. And I covered it with paper. So you just get a little strip of paper. I did measure this, but I forget. 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. And then you just put adhesive, tear and tape's better. And then you just wrap it around. So I did stamp this one. You just put a little piece of tear and tape, wrap it around, and then you have a cute little chocolate. I do this all the time with designer series paper for all the different seasons. For here, I did cut out the heart. I fussy cut it, and it's from that stamp set with the punch. So that does fit in. So you could use that. And then you add your little circle. I glued this one flat. And then for this one, I did put a dimensional. I had to trim it down so that my string stays and the person can open and close it. Now for this one, I poked a hole just with my scissors. But I do have this punch that I realized after is the perfect size. So this punch is 1/16. I just got it on Amazon. So that's a good thing. Makes it a lot easier. I'm not sure exactly if there's a proper way to do this, but this definitely works. So then you can put your little candy in and tie it up. I think I have too much string on this one, but anyways. Okay, so I'm going to take the candy out because we're going to decorate this first. So this is the one we're going to decorate. Get all this stuff out of the way. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave that on or not. So here I have my... Oh, I forgot to show you the main thing, which is the main thing. So this die set is a free Sale-A-Bration die and stamp set, which I should have here. Hang on. So here's the stamp set, and it's got this beautiful image that you can stamp, and then it's got dies that cut out this, and I don't know what I did with it. I'll find it as I'm crafting. So I did die cut a white heart. Get them all tangled. And 2 for this one out of the designer series paper. I did use this paper and this paper. So that's what I did for this one. The dies also cut out this little sprig. So I did some of those in white. I'm not using all of these. Designer series paper and petal pink. And then it also die cuts. I was like doing a whole bunch, and then I decide when I'm creating what I'm going to use. This little flower and these little leaves. And these little leaves are really little. So it die cuts all of these things. So we'll see which ones we're going to use as we put this together. So I've got my base. We're going to create it just on here. And I want to intertwine these. So I'm going to put one on the top of the white and one on the bottom. And I'm just kind of every so often tucking it behind. Some of it's behind, some of it's in front. And then I'll add this one to the back. And if you kind of offset them, then it shows better. I don't know, that's a lot, but the one I'm going to do on my next video does it a little bit differently, but let's just go with this. I'm just going to add some dots of glue to try to get this to stay together. This will be the trickiest part, maybe. Let's put the white one over top. Just offsetting it a little bit. And then we'll add this one to the top. And it's kind of hit or miss if I'm getting the glue in the right spots. But you can always go back and add more or just add some glue dots. There we go. I do want it to have a bit of dimension, so I don't want it all flat. So now it's a little easier to just go and add little bits of glue. We're going to put that in the middle. Now, there is also this beautiful petal pink, what's it called? Scalloped ribbon, which is really pretty, but it's a little bit thick for what I want. So what I did is I took a piece and I just carefully with my scissors just cut right up the middle. Does it fray a little bit? Yes, but that just adds to the charm. So I'm not going to continue doing it because I have a piece I already did it with. So cut it all the way up and then you get this nice little half piece. So I think for this one I'm just going to use the half piece. And then for the other one I'll show you how I made it into I added something. I added white twine. But for the little treat holder I'm just going to use the ribbon. And it ties really nice bows. If you want, and I did do this, I just went and trimmed. Okay, so I'm going to put that here. I like the look of, it's more vintage, of the fibers kind of coming apart. But if you don't look like that look, then you can just change it up. All right, so there we have our ribbon. And now we're going to just add a couple of flowers maybe for this one. One here. I'm going to use glue dots. I might use a combination. So a glue dot and one more. I'm going to grab my mini dimensionals. I think these will be the perfect size. Sometimes I'll do one flat and then one raised, and I'm going to put a leaf behind this one, and I'm just going to hold it all together with the mini glue dot. All right, let's see how that looks. Okay, that's enough for this, I think. I can get a little crazy. Okay, so now I added that bow. I definitely don't want this bow. Wasn't sure I wanted this anyways, so now I'm sure I don't want it. Let's put this on here with regular dimensionals. All right. There we go. This is so pretty. So if you're doing it for a little wedding favor, whatever color the bride has for her chosen color, just find your designer series paper out of whatever's close to her bridal colors and then just add this. It's so, so sweet. Now I could add a little sentiment, you're on my mind, but we're putting it with a card, so I don't feel like I need a sentiment. And then inside would go my candy, and I just tie it, but we'll leave it out for now so that you can see it. And then we're going to do the card. So for the card, I have basic white. Can't see any comments. Let me know if you're watching. So then I have a piece of cardstock, which is 5 by 3 3/4, and I've embossed it using that eyelet embossing folder. And it is still available, I did check. Okay, now I'm going to add little strips of the paper. I've brought in the gray. This is a great way to use up your scraps. If you have scraps of, well, who doesn't have scraps of designer series paper? Okay, let's try to get this straight. Then we'll put this one on each side. Trying to keep it kind of equal distance, but there's going to be so much going on in this card, you're not going to notice. Okay, so now we have that. So for this one, I chose to use the banner. And I did the same thing with the little scripty. So that's going to go in the middle, and then our wreath is going to go on top. So let's, I think for this one I did cut it to intertwine it. So this one I have petal pink, designer series paper, and white. So I want the white in the middle. So I am actually going to put it behind. So I did cut it so that I could tuck it behind to give it some depth. Let's see if that's going to work though. So I've got it in front and then I've got it behind. It's like a puzzle. They're like puzzle pieces. They get stuck on each other. Let's try to hold this one over here. I'm going to use glue dots because it's wiggling. So I'm going to put a glue dot right here to keep that in place. So now it's in front. Now let's tuck it behind. So I'm going to put a glue dot. I'm kind of squishing them up. Yeah, this is working actually. It is a bit fragile, so you want to be a little bit careful in how you handle it. See how if it's right on top you don't even notice it, so you have to kind of play around with it a little bit. Because you do want to be able to see it. There we go. There, that's good. Now let me see if I can put a glue dot right at the bottom to hold this all together. Yes, perfect. The glue dots will be hidden in a minute. And then I might just stick this one right on top, but offset it a little bit. Yeah, I think that'll work. The glue dots seem to be a little easier to work with than the glue. So I'm going to put a glue dot and then add the wreath. If we still had our regular vellum, for sure I would have a vellum layer. I do have some vellum, but I like using products that you can actually get right now. There we go. All right, good enough. I'm at the good enough stage. So I'm going to use glue for this part. See if I can find enough spots to put it. You could play around with this more to get it looking exactly how you want it, but I think that's okay for now. All right, because this is going on the card, I did make a bigger bow because it's a larger piece. So what I did is I took that, again, I took my half piece of pink, and then I took some baker's twine from the Essential Baker's Twine, and I just put them together and tied. You just put them together and then you tie your bow. I showed that in another video that I did. Okay, so that's going to go down here. This is going to get popped up. For this one I do want a sentiment. I think I'm going to do You're on My Mind. Tucked under. I'm going to trim a bit of this off. Not sure I like that. Maybe Hugs and Kisses. Let's not put a sentiment right now because I don't really love it. All right. Glue dot. And you can see all the little fibers, but like I said, that doesn't bother me. So maybe for this one, we'll add some of these little sprigs. I think the sprigs kind of take away from the wreath, so no sprigs. We're going to add a flower. One right kind of behind. And one more flower. With a mini glue dot. Let's try that. I think I want maybe a white flower. I think I want a white flower. Do I? No, I like those. All right, so these are antique pearls available in the upcoming catalog. I like them because they have 1, 2, 3 sizes. So I'm going to put them in the middle of each flower. And same with these ones. It just adds a little twinkle almost. Whoopsie. My fingers are a bit gluey. Okay, that's pretty. Not sure about the sentiment, so we're not putting one on right now. We are going to go ahead and put this on with regular dimensionals. You could add some pearls around the edges too, but there's already a lot going on in this card, so I think we're just going to keep it here. So I've used a lot of different things on this card. This is from the birthday set. This is from the dies that I seem to have lost somewhere. So these dies, it does come with the wreath and these elements, and it will be available in Canada. It's a double, a level 2, I should say, freebie. So in Canada, it would be after purchasing $150. But you just need to get some of the other things that I showed you, and you will be easily at $150. Just adding a little glue dot here. This is not holding like I want it to. All right. Let's get all this mess out of the way. This is the candy that goes with this one. So we have a sweet little card and a little treat holder. I think this would be adorable as a wedding favor. Just find a candy that suits what you're going to use it for. So here's our card. Really, really pretty. This stamp set is definitely one that you're going to want to get and never give away. It's just so incredibly pretty. And this one we've used the Grow with Love. Got stuff all over the place now. Grow with Love dies, which make that little pouch. And we also used this sentiment, and that's the You're on My Mind one that we decided not to use. Here it is again with the little herbs as it is designed. But I like to show you the versatility of the product, so even if you don't have an herb garden, you can still use these products to make this sweet little combo. All right, I think that's it. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. I can't seem to see the comments right now, but I will go back and check and see if there were any comments or questions. I do appreciate it if you like or share my video. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so that you will know the next time I post a video. And I have it in my craft room quite a bit. I might be in here again tomorrow to shoot another video because it's supposed to rain here. And that's just yucky in January. All right, thanks for joining me. I hope if you're on holidays, you're enjoying your time off, although it is the weekend. So I hope you're getting time to spend in your craft room, and I will see you next time. Thanks and have a great day.